Welcome to Point and Drink Adventure, a podcast where we talk about ridiculous drinks and media that we consume. With me is Pam with the most ridiculous drink I've ever seen in my life. Hello, Pam. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing well with my little garden glass. How are you?
Look at this comparison. This is a sad drink, and that is a gorgeous drink.
You have such nice cocktail glasses, so I had to do something to compete. I just have these tumblers that I use for water, so I had to fancy it up somehow.
You know, yours look way more fancier than mine. Like flowers and a gherkin and olive, a jalapeno. I was like, I just want olives,
Pickles,
and I put all the olives.
Yep. I've got like my edible marigolds and my edible wild pansies in here just for some extra flourish.
Oh my God, I would put those on so many things just to make I'm going to make a chicken breast with the side of flowers to make it look ridiculous. Like, I imagine that's what I would do.
Well, I've been growing them and like enjoying them, but then I was like, I need to put them. So I put some like on some salmon the other week. I was like, may as well do it. They don't really taste like anything at all, but...
Oh, they don't? Well, I mean, that's good then, because it doesn't, like, impart anything on the flavor of the food. It just looks fabulous, and that's all we want. Fabulous.
I feel like these marigolds may have more of a flavor, because they definitely smell, like, super good. They smell herby, like, delicious.
Nom. You're like a little gopher. Delicious.
I mean, they don't taste like much. They taste a little... almost like anise, like a little tiny bit licoricey, but not a lot.
Yeah. That's nice though.
Yeah.
Put it into like more. Yeah, that would make sense. Absolute cocktails. Now maybe we're gonna make like an anise to emphasize the flowers for a cocktail next time. Anywho, anything new and fun going on in your life before we, I don't know, talk about these ridiculous drinks?
Not a whole lot new and fun for me. How about you?
Well, I don't know if we're ready to talk about it. No, I'll go with the less fun thing first. I was at Too Many Games this past weekend. That was crazy. You've been to Too Many Games before, Pam. And
I have.
Did you like Too Many Games whenever you went?
So... if you're someone who wants to buy video games, I think Too Many Games is the best place that I've been to. I just, like, I'm over convention, so just generally, like, a big mass of people in a building is kind of, like...
Yeah. I tend to agree. So I only go to Too Many Games. It's because my sister works at a video game store and I help her set up their booth every year. And that in turn gets me a vendor pass, which gets me early access. So like, I mean, vendor pass, I can come in whenever I want, but like 2 hours before the doors open on Friday, I just walk around and shop. It's glorious.
Nice.
It's like the best thing in the world. I love it. It's so worth it. And we go shopping. We buy a ridiculous amount of things, which I will show later. And then the doors open and shit show begins to start. Oh my God. It was so crowded this year, Pam. It was insane. So much bodies. So many bodies. And it was exceptionally humid this past weekend. So it was extra stinky.
Oh no.
Oh,
is it not air conditioned?
Well, okay, so when you're the vendor, they didn't actually turn on the air on Friday. Well, Thursday when we're setting up, they didn't turn on the air at all. So it was just like sweating bullets, disgusting. But Friday, they didn't turn on the air. They opened the doors at 2. I swear they didn't turn on the air till like 12:30. And it was gross and humid. And then even when a lot of people were in there, the vendor floor was specifically like 30 degrees warmer than every other room in the convention. It was wild. It was so hot and gross, so sweaty, so stinky. And I really don't think it's like, oh, it's con because everybody, like every nerd stinks. Honestly, it was just a mass amount of people and it was humid and gross. Like it's just going to be funky anyways, regardless if you're a nerd who doesn't shower anyways. You know what I mean? Like, although I did have a crazy experience I was playing at the arcade with our buddy Jim from Drink a Beer, Play a Game. And we were just playing some, I don't know, Marvel versus Capcom bullshit, whatever. Just playing this little game. And then all of a sudden, like, the worst possible smell came hovering over us. And we both looked at each other. And then we, like, stopped and went, oh my God. It was, like, it burned half my face.
Oh.
It stung. It like burned, and we were like, "Oh no!" Got up, ran, and I just like died for 20 minutes. We were trauma bound now because of this experience. So there's that. Yuck. That is not part of the humidity funk. That was just somebody actually crop dusting around us, which was god awful. I am so traumatized, but otherwise it was fine. But it was crowded.
Yeah.
Is mass insanity. But the other thing that happened, and Michelle got engaged. So
yay!
So now I can flash this little baby around, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so sparkly.
So sparkly. So yeah, I got engaged this past week, which is way more exciting than too many games. But yeah,
that is way more exciting. Do you feel different?
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I just have shiny jewelry now.
Yes, I do constantly look at it, which is really nice, you know. And I'm just like,
I was looking at it the whole time you were gesturing about how smelly it was in too many games.
Stinky. It does look like this quite sparkles a bit, like even in the camera. So that's nice.
Yeah,
it looks a lot bigger than I feel like it is.
Beautiful.
We'll do close-ups, I guess, of it later. But yeah, Michelle got engaged, so that's exciting. Probably get married in the fall at some point. Yeah, at some point in fall, November. Yep. Pam's coming, I hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going on with Michelle. What are we drinking? Pam, you tell me this beautiful gourd, because yours looks way better, even though I picked it.
You picked it, yeah. You sent this to me a while ago, so I haven't even tried mine yet. I've just been looking at it. This is a spicy pickle gin and tonic.
Yes.
It is even like pretty green. Mine's pretty green too.
Yeah, mine's pretty green. I mean, you can't see mine because of all this goldness on it. But mine's a little green. There's a little bit of dill in there because of the pickle juice I use. But so what's in this thing? 2 ounces of gin, a couple slices of jalapeno that you muddle up together with some pickle brine, like 1 ounce of pickle brine. And then you muddle that all together. Ooh. You shake it and then top it with some tonic water, and voila. It is, depending upon, I guess, how strong your jalapeno is, it's just a spicy, pickly drink.
Yeah. I put 4 slices of jalapeno in mine.
Jesus!
So it's a little bit spicy, yeah.
Okay. I feel a little weak now. I've only put 2.
Yeah, that's good. I also found I was looking, and the LCBO sells mixers now. So they had Fever Tree, and they had Mediterranean tonic, which I'm not sure how that's different than regular tonic, but that's what it has. I think it's more herby than regular, but
I think so. Just like more citrusy and more herbaceous, I think. I'm using regular tonic, but that's okay. It's like lemony spark. I have a tonic syrup that I really love, and then I just top it with sparkling water or sparkling soda, whatever, and I have lemony with it, so it's getting a little wild, but I love this because it's freaking savory. It's spicy, it's savory, and I fucking love a pickle. Oh my god.
Me too. What kind of pickles did you use?
They were the what are they called? It was just like a regular dill pickle.
Oh, just really.
Yeah, it was just a regular dill pickles. I actually had eaten all the pickles, and I've been saving the juice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forget what they were called, the pickle company that I had, but like all over the grocery store here. They're so good. Grillo's pickles.
Grillo's, yeah.
I love Grillo's pickles. So yeah, I've got like tubs of the juice in my fridge.
That's awesome. I don't think we have Grillo's here. I just used Bix. Polski or Gorky, so normal.
Do you like this?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think one of those drinks where like probably not gonna have more than 1 or 2 of this specific thing, but like it's a really good like kind of punchy first drink.
It's like that savoriness, like makes you crave something like more. And so, yeah, I do see how it's like, it kind of feels like a meal, like it's kind of meaty, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely see how like 2 of these would be like, all right, we're done now. It's time to move something a little bit lighter and it's like, not that it makes you feel heavy, but it's got meat to it in a weird way.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's good though.
Yay! We have a good cocktail. Yay! All my olives already. Knew that was gonna happen. But okay, we're intentionally recording today because we're gonna be recording live in a couple weeks. So this I'm gonna say that it's gonna be a shorter podcast, but watch is still an hour and a freaking half.
Watch it still be an hour and a half. Yeah. Yeah.
So Pam, what have you been watching?
So watched a few movies lately. The first one is Mickey 17, which is the latest by Bong Joon-ho. You watched this one too, right?
Yes, I did. I watched it yesterday.
So it stars Robert Pattinson, and he is basically a man who the world has kind of gone to shit. They're trying to do space colonization, and he's signed up to get off the planet because he owes people money and that are after him. And the way he gets off is by becoming I forget what the name of it is, but
expendable.
An expendable. So yeah, so he gets put through like the most deadly jobs or ridiculous research, and then they're able to just basically print a new version of him. So he's kind of just like clones of himself to do all of the really shitty jobs as things are going. So it's about the travel to this new planet that they're going to colonize, and then what happens while he's there. Yeah. What did you think of Mickey 17?
It's weird.
It is weird. It's a silly, weird movie.
Yeah, it's like it couldn't decide what kind of tone it wanted to be. Like, whether we're serious, whether we're goofy. Because the villain of the movie is the leader of this expedition, who's a former politician. Mark Ruffalo and his wife, Toni Collette. And they're just, I mean, obviously it's like a commentary on the American administration right now. So.
It's like a satire, but just like a super heavy-handed, like beat you over the head, nothing remotely subtle satire. Like,
yeah, it was really, really over the top, and I didn't feel like it just felt ridiculous. It felt really unneeded, honestly.
I think that I'm actually not a big fan of Bong Joon-ho. Like, I really liked Parasite, but the first movie I watched by him was The Host, which also just had a weird, like, is this a creature horror movie? Is this a family drama? Is this a comedy? Like, just weird, just like, that's always my problem. It's like, tonally, I'm like, what are you going for? What do you want from me? I also had the same problem with Snowpiercer, which I'm not a huge fan of. I like Snowpiercer more than either of these two, but I'm still like not a big Snowpiercer fan. So yeah, the tone is the weirdest thing for me and the hardest thing to just relate to.
I did find a lot of similarities in this movie to Snowpiercer. Like, for example, how Tilda Swinton was very over the top and exaggerated, but Tilda Swinton, she like pulled off the exaggeratedness. And I didn't feel like it was a commentary on anything. Versus this, which is like Mark Ruffalo just going like this with his bad veneers. Like, oh my God. It was very strange. And I felt like, I mean, the movie was 2 hours and 17 minutes, I think it was. Over 2 hours. Long. There was a lot of things that obviously could have been cut out, which I know is like a thing we always complain about. But like him having the issue of why he went to the planet was because he owed people money. And the idea of a, like, what is this? Like a shark, what is this? A shark, money laundering shark? Yeah. A loan shark traveling 4 years away in space to get what, $100,000? Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
That was strange that came. Like, it's fine as, like, this is why he left, but I don't know. That problem should have kind of went away by the end. I did enjoy the creatures, though.
I liked the creatures. They were so cute. Why are they so cute? These little sluggy boys. Maybe because they remind us of the Hollow Knight things a little bit.
Maybe. The little grubs.
They remind me of the grubs a little bit. So maybe that's why. Because they were just like,
they were so cute. Yeah. I like those. But overall, the movie was just very, very silly.
It was like, silly.
I like when movies are stupid, but this was just silly. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. It was just, it couldn't decide on its tone. It felt all over the place. I thought Robert Pattinson did a very good job.
Yeah, I liked him. He was good.
But, I mean, his accent was also a little weird, too. He had this, like, weird, I'm a nerd kind of guy accent. I'm like, why? I don't get it. Are you, why? And then he takes off his shirt and you're like, you're just this cut, skinny little thing. Like, why? I don't get it. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad I watched it, I guess, because it was interesting in a way. I like the concept of it, even though it is more like Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and what's-her-face that I kind of like, but also, I don't know. What is her name?
Emily something.
Emily Blunt. Emily Blunt.
Blunt, yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I had been like playing a lot of thealters, which is kind of also has some.
That is very true. Very similar. So, wow, what a theme! Altars and this at the same time. Yeah, somebody got the memo.
What have you watched?
So, I decided I'm going to start watching Narcos. I don't know why. Drug cartels, something about it seemed interesting. Pedro Pascal, before Pedro Pascal was in everything under the frickin' sun, because that's how he is now, plays this CIA DEA agent with his buddy, other guy, who's not really in much outside of this that I've seen. I mean, he's probably in a bunch of stuff, but, you know, like, I don't know, things I haven't seen. So it's about... what is his name? Pablo Escobar. It's about Pablo Escobar and sort of his rise to power in Medellin in Colombia as the biggest, like, drug guy in the mid-'80s the season 1 ends, like, right at the cusp of, like, the early 90s. And so it's real good. It's real good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It mixes really well. It's sort of like a documentary, but it's realistic, but it's told with like intercuts of like of the scenes of like Pedro Pascal and Pablo Escobar playing out these scenes in sort of in a dramatized way. Dramatized. That's the words I'm looking for. But also intertwined with actual footage of Pablo Escobar, who doesn't really, he kind of looks like the guy who plays him in the show, Wagner Moura, but they don't like make a super effort for him to look exactly like him. Like they don't superimpose his face at all. They're just like, here's Pablo Escobar, and then here is our scene, like sort in a way. Like there's monologues and voiceover from one of the DEA agents who's not Pablo Escobar of like what the situation is and who's who and what's going down and such. So it's kind of more documentary-esque.
Oh.
But not at the same time. It's very good and very well balanced in that sense. I really am enjoying it. I feel like I'm learning. But in a good way. I'm learning about drugs, Pam. This is really good.
How to produce them, how to sell them, how to transport them.
Very educational. There's one part that I just even, I mean, I knew I realized, like pregnant women, he would pay pregnant women like $50,000 to swallow drugs and then bring it into the United States. And then they just shit it out.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course, you
Why
know.
specifically pregnant women?
Because they're never going to check a pregnant woman.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd had many different ways of getting the drugs over to the U.S. and such. But yeah, it's a very interesting movie, and you get to really see how insane these people are and how much killing they did. Like, in order to kill a politician that was against him, because he's an egomaniac and he was trying to run for the Senate. And so he wanted to kill the president, or who's going to be president eventually, because, you know, history told me so, Wikipedia, that he had a guy go onto a plane and blow it up because he thought it was going to be on it. So like 112 people died because he wanted to kill one guy, and he didn't even kill him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This guy is pure evil. And it's fascinating. But yeah, season 1 was really great. I hope season 2 continues on at the same level of quality. The guy who plays Pablo Escobar, chef's kiss.
Oh, nice.
He's real good. He's evil, but he walks around like a dad. It's so good. It's so good. Anywho, watch it.
Nice. Awesome. How many seasons are there? Do you know?
I think 3 total, at least in this storyline. Although I think the second season is when, like, the third season we get to a sort of new storyline, but still in Colombia.
Okay.
According to the Wikipedias. But there is also Narcos Mexico, which is a different storyline, just different drugs. Oh. Sorry, I'm recovering from con crud as well, because all those stinkies gave me a little bit of crud. So I've got a little bit of dry throat. What else have you been watching, Pam?
I watched The Crow for the first time ever.
Me too!
Never seen before.
Me too.
Yeah. Everyone's always surprised when I say I haven't seen The Crow. So finally, Dylan decided he was going to put it on. This is basically a movie about a man and his fiance who get murdered by a band of thugs. But then, a year later, on Devil's Night, he comes back to get revenge. And he also has, like, crow vision and superpowers. And he can get shot a bunch of times.
For reasons.
Yeah. It's, the first at least 30 minutes of it is all filmed and edited like a music video. Like, it's all very, like, bow, bow, bow. It's a lot for the first half, but I mean, I like it. I enjoy a good goth. Like him walking around in his black trench coat with his white face paint and just killing the people who wronged him. You know, it's fun.
I thought it was fun as well. I agree. It is absolutely a music video. 100%. The music soundtrack too is great. It's fantastic. I was like, oh, now I need this on soundtrack. Fuck. But I kind of, like, especially as the movie went on, it's kind of felt like a rock opera. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, when he took the guitar and started carrying that around with him, I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah. We're going extra here. All right. Here we go, bub.
Take the gun, not the guitar. Come on.
Yeah, that was just silly. I mean, there's a lot of silly aspects to this movie. Absolutely. The action scenes, yeah.
They're all right. Yeah.
They're all right.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about an action movie that has some serious action movies. But, like, this was fine. This is very dark. The acting's not good.
No, the acting's not good at all. Like,
not good at all.
Brandon Lee, like, he's good when he's not talking.
Yeah. He looks great if he's walking towards you, just going, I'm a sexy man. You're like, yes, you are, babe. And then he opens his mouth and you're like,
yeah.
Just don't talk. Shh, don't talk, baby.
Mm-hmm.
God.
But I don't know. I like the sort of just over the top kind of gothness to it. I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun too. I don't know if I'll ever really watch it again, but I will definitely get that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was fine.
What else did you watch?
So, action movie time.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching, or decided to watch some Jackie Chan movies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So when you go from The Crow to these two movies, like,
Yeah.
I mean, anything Jackie Chan in the 80s is incredible. And not in a way that is like, it's a good movie. They're not good movies. They're terrible. But that man is a fucking athlete. He is insane. How he's not dead is a freaking miracle. So the two movies I watched, because I got this DVD from my fiance, is Operation Condor and Armour of God. And I was so confused when I Wikipedia'd these movies afterwards, because Operation Condor is the second movie and Armour of God is the first movie. But when you look them up, or when they say it on the movie, on the movie, they were distributed. Yeah. The second one was first and the first one was second.
Oh.
So it says Operation Condor 2, Armour of God, and then Operation Condor the first. So I'm like, which one's the first one? I was so confused. My mind was blown. It was way too difficult for me to understand this. Anywho, and in reality, it doesn't fucking matter, because the movies are Jackie Chan is Indiana Jones in both movies.
Oh, nice.
I mean, not technically, but
yeah.
he's playing Indiana Jones. He's off to go find, he's an explorer, anthropology kind of dude, and he's off to find these things. It's, one's like away from like the Nazis. And there's this whole scene where there's huge Nazi symbol in a aircraft carrier, and they're like, it's like a wind tunnel thing, so like you can fly around. They have an action scene like with wind tunnels. It was fucking incredible. Wow. So both movies are pretty much the same. My biggest problem, my biggest complaint about the movies, I guess, is that the women are the fucking dumbest things on the fucking planet. There is no way any woman would act like this in any situation. They're just like, what do I do? Oh my God, run away. Every single time. Just like, what? Jackie, help me. Jackie is running around in laps trying to fight 20 dudes, and this bitch is over here going, Jackie, help me. I'm like, what are you, fucking, what's her face in Resident Evil 4? Like, the girl goes, Leon. Oh my God. No. Fucking terrible. But Jackie Chan is incredible. The stunts are insane. They make you go, how did somebody not die in that shot? Because that one shot, there's a car rolling down a hill and extras literally barely getting out of the way out of this car. And you go, they had to do that multiple takes. How did somebody not die?
Wow.
So yeah. Apparently, one stunt, I think it was the second one, Operation Condor, was a stunt that Jackie Chan did almost die. Like, and it wasn't even like an extreme stunt. It was just like he jumped from a wall to a tree to a wall. And you're like, I've seen Jackie jump through, I don't know, a stair ladder. Like, it's fine. But apparently one of the takes, they got it right the first time and they wanted him to do it again. On his second attempt, the tree branch broke and he dropped like 5 meters down and hit his head on a rock. So now he has a plastic plug in his head and he can't really hear out of his right ear because he has and they had to stop production for like 8 weeks. And then he still came back and did it.
And he still came back and did it.
Fuck off.
He also he also directed those, didn't he?
A lot of them he did. I don't know if he directed these ones. He probably did. He did direct them. He wrote, direct them. They're the same fucking movie, so. But yeah, he is incredible. That man makes you appreciate stunts in an insane way. Like, he is an athlete. Whew. Whew. So, yeah. What else have you watched?
Awesome. So I watched a movie called Border, which I think is Swedish. This is about a woman. She is a border guard, and she's clearly like facially deformed in some way. Like, she kind of looks like a Cro-Magnon. She can sort of like sniff out people who are doing something wrong. Like, people come across the border and she'll just know, like, he's underage and he's got booze in his backpack, or this man is trying to smuggle something. So she is able to do that, which is something you're sort of wondering about. And then one day, a man that looks very much like her comes across the border, and she has a harder time sort of like reading him, and then becomes interested in trying to like find out more about him and who he is. And it's kind of like a little magical realism, like folklore-y kind of thing. Like, she has this awful boyfriend who she lives with and doesn't seem to like, but she loves animals. Like, a moose will just come by and like let her pet it, and a fox comes up to her window. So you're kind of wondering what what exactly she is and what's going on. And it's an interesting kind of like fairy tale with a very dark twist.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really good. I really liked it.
So I have to know. Spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
Skip to whatever next. Put time code or whatever. Mm-hmm. What's the dark twist?
Well, the first twist is that they're trolls. They are like the creatures of legend. They are trolls. The dark twist is that the dude that she meets, as punishment to the humans who have historically killed the trolls, including his parents and things, he has been stealing their babies, replacing them with changelings, and selling the babies to pedophiles.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because one of the people at the border crossing that she sniffs out, he has like a memory card, and she finds it, and like he tries to eat it before they can get it, and then they find out that this guy had child porn on him. So she ends up working with the police to try to track down like where it's coming from, only to find out that this other troll is providing the babies. It was just like, oh, it was almost like a nice coming of age story, but then that
and then that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you could understand, like, okay, he wants revenge, he's a troll, maybe he like steals babies and he eats them. Like, I can understand that.
Huh. That's wild. Cool.
It is pretty wild.
Well, interesting. When you first described it, I immediately thought of, what was it, Papers, Please? That like border control game.
Yeah.
Made me think of that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's all the movies we watched.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Look at us. Motoring
Do we need a
through.
drink? Do we need a drink?
Yeah, I could probably use a little top up.
I'll do a little top up. On to games, Pam. Obviously, you have played more games than me. My excuse is I was busy at too many games this past weekend, which ate up like 5 days of me playing video games. That's my only excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, tell me, what games have you played, Pam?
Sure. So the last game I played over on Sundays on Twitch is a new game called Rosewater by Grundislav Games. It's a point-and-click adventure. It if you look at it from afar, it's like, oh, it's pixel art, but it's actually rotoscoping for all of the characters, which looks pretty cool.
From far away, it looks fine, but up close, it's a total mess.
From far away, it's okay, but up close, it's a big old mess.
I don't know why. I'm sorry.
No, it looks nice. It's you play as a woman. She's a journalist. She has like a kind of rough past where she got into trouble, and she's in this western town of Rosewater, and she comes across this guy who has heard about a treasure, so they put together a posse of people to go sort of treasure hunting. And you go from Rosewater, and you're basically, majority of the game, you're just traveling down to the coast, to the city, to look for this treasure, and along the way you're finding little stops of like people who need your help, or maybe a companion wants you to do something for them. So it's very like a companion oriented game. Like it's about like getting to know everyone in your posse and like helping them out and like building relationships with them. It's a rather kind of warm and fuzzy Western. Like it's everyone's
weird.
Pretty reasonable and nice. Yeah. And I overall liked it a lot. Like everything's well done. The writing's really good. The voice acting's all really good. But I have a complaint that I have with a lot of games, adventure games.
Is it too long?
Which is just like too much talking. Too much talking.
Oh, yes.
Like when they do have puzzles, they're good puzzles and they make sense and like they're different types. But like there's a lot of times where I'm just like dialogue. It's like, can I do something else now?
Yeah, I feel that too. When just like can we edit this down so I get to the point more?
Exactly. Yes. Like there's so much of it. Like when you're talking to your companions, like I really liked learning all about them and, you know, finding out what makes them tick. But then you go and you find a camp of settlers, and I don't need to know everything about them. I just need to know what I need to help them and get on my way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Do you feel that way specifically about adventure games or many other games? Because I feel like in so many RPGs nowadays, too. Like, with the exception of, like, Expedition 33, which I feel like they actually talk naturally. It's like, oh my God, can you shut the fuck up?
Yes, I feel that as well. Like, especially because I had been sort of playing Avowed on and off before Expedition 33. And Expedition 33, like, it's not like it's light on dialogue. Like, there's still plenty of dialogue, but everything was things I was interested in. Whereas in Avowed, you find someone, you're like, hi, who are you? What do you believe in? Tell me about this place. Where are we? What's over there? Like,
who's your dad? Why do you work here?
What does he do?
Yeah.
What god do you worship? Like,
like nobody cares. Nobody talks like that. So like I walk up to somebody and I'm like, hi. It's like you're knocking on the door like a door-to-door salesman. Hi, would you like this pamphlet on about what God is and how it can affect your life? I can tell you about so many things about myself and how that, like, that's what it feels like.
Yes,
honestly.
It does. And I know you don't have to select every option, which actually that's where I feel like in RPGs, a lot of the time, I kind of do it to myself. So RPGs, you could probably just take the options that push whatever quest or whatever forward. Whereas I find in a lot of adventure games, it's like, no, you're going to sit here and listen to all they have to tell you until they tell you the thing you actually need.
Yeah. I feel like we're also conditioned, too, just because, you know, we played...
You don't want to miss anything.
You don't want to miss anything. You don't want to, like... When we played RPGs when we were kids and even as we're older, you got to talk to everybody because they're going to tell you where to fucking go. And that's just what you're conditioned to do. So now it's just blah, 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 instead of just like, oh my God, I thought I saw something over there. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Which is also unnatural, but at least it got to the fucking point. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. But did you like the rotoscoping? Like, how did that look?
It looked pretty cool. I really liked it. I liked when you got it to like a close up and you could really see how the rotoscoping worked. Yeah, it had a cool soundtrack and everything. Like, yeah, generally a good game. Just like chop, chop, chop.
Cut it. Somebody come in and edit this bullshit. Let's go.
Yeah.
I only have one game on this list, so Pam, go again.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the altars.
The altars, yeah. So this was a game I was super excited about. It's honestly one of the most interesting concepts for a game that I've heard of recently. You are a man, you are on a space mission, but when you get to your planet that your target was, all your crew is dead. So you've got this big base that you need to run yourself. You need to run around the planet and find places where you can mine for metals and minerals and organics. And then Command is like, you know what would help you? If you cloned yourself. So you make altars of yourself, but they're not exact clones. They take your timeline and at a certain point make another decision. So it sends their life in a different way. So they have had, in some other quantum state, different experiences than you have, which has also given them a different set of skills. So while you're a worker, you can make an alter who is a doctor or a miner or, a botanist, which can help you in terms of the sort of resource management aspect of the game, where you need to get enough supplies in order to build new things and travel places and create a lot of stuff that you'll need along the way. And I really liked it. I love sort of survival-y base management kind of games. So that part really worked for me. I loved the concept. I liked wandering around, exploring the world and finding little anomalies. I liked finding, especially, you find suitcases where you had stuff that you brought with you, which you could give to an altar to calm them down and make them like you. Because also one of the big things is that you have to manage these altars who you basically just spawned out of nothing, and they're here like, what the fuck did you do? What am I?
Why do I exist? What is happening here? Why do you look like me? Oh my god, existential crisis.
Yes. So I actually played through it twice.
Jesus!
Twice,
Pam.
yeah. There's a couple big sort of decision points in the game, so I wanted to try that. And also, you can only create a certain amount of altars, so I wanted to create some of the ones that I didn't the first time. My second game was so much faster than my first game. But yeah, I played through it too. I really liked it. I liked the sort of whole blending of mechanics. Occasionally I found some of the altars a little tedious. They just always my life, and am I real? It's okay, I'm tired of you now. But
I feel like that's okay though, because you're gonna have you have to have you're gonna have an altar who's just gonna be a whiny fucking bitch.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's how they're supposed to be, that's fine. Pam loves games that kick your ass and makes you struggle.
Stress games.
She loves stress. Is this a stressful game? Is this a Pam stress game?
I didn't find it as stressful as it could have been. I just played it on normal, and I never felt like I didn't have enough resources, or I had to was really coming under the gun, because a lot of the time the sun is coming and you need to move your base before it burns you all to a crisp. And I never really had an issue with the time limits. I thought they were kind of made to be shaving it close but not too close. So it way less stressful than this war of mine.
That's I feel like that one is the pinnacle of stress.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just easy, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't stress games. I played a couple minutes of the altars before I went to Too Many Games. And I died at tutorial thing. I was like, I'm going to come back to you later.
Yeah.
Because I sucked. It's I'm off to go find mining things. So I was like, ooh, let's go look at this blue spewy thing. And I get up to this blue spewy thing, and they're like, you need to leave. I'm like, oh, I need to leave. And I walk 2 steps and I die, and I go,
oh no.
Okay.
Too much radiation.
I died of radiation. I was like, later. Yeah. Anywho. Love that. I think it's a beautiful game from the couple minutes that I played. Like the atmosphere and such, really cool. And I loved the base. And you walk around it and you can expand the base and build your base and such. I love that. But yeah, I just died instantly. So that kind of was like, I'll come back. But yeah. Twice, Pam. You beat it twice. God.
I did. What did you play?
I played the opposite of the alters. I played some squishy, chibi, anime-y kind of game. I played Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Stole Time, which is we're gonna call it remaster, I guess. You know, I have a really hard time sometimes it's like remake and remaster, like the definition between the two. Like this one is just a glow up from I want to say Nintendo DS game. But I could be wrong in terms of if it's the DS. I'm just going to pause at the moment so I can, future me is going to put what it actually fucking was. Anywho, Fantasy Life, The Girl Who Stole Time. You play this character which you can create, girl, boy, they, them, whatever you want. And you just, oh God, what was the story? I'm like 30 hours in, and I don't remember what the original story was because it's one of those games you can just run off and do whatever the fuck you want. It's a cozy game. And I love a cozy game, which is the opposite of Pam. Pam loves to stress the fuck out. I just want to farm and be cozy and hang out with my friends and do some bullshit fetch quests all the time and check boxes off. And it's actually a game that does have an ending, which is good. But you play this little character and you have this Bone Daddy Dragon who saves you because you get sucked into this time thing and you meet this waifu girl who you're like, oh my God, Rem, you're gonna help. Why? She just wants to come on adventures with us. And you're like, okay, boo, you have a tiny dragon. You're gonna come with us. And her brother is like, Rem, you can't go on to adventures. And she's like, why? Oh my God. And so you're in three different time places that you can go to. The past, the present, and the weird future. And so each one has its sort of like set like goals. Like the future one, you can go explore and gain levels and get towers and get new people for your base, which is the present. The present, you have your base and you build up your base, which I have problems with because you can only build so many houses for the people, but you can have like at least, I don't know how many people total, but over 20 people into your base. But I only can build 6 houses. So how do I prioritize who gets a house?
Together?
I mean, the cute ones get a house, so that's how it goes. But you find these people because they're turned into these sort of like strangeling things. So they're like, I don't know, a cup, but their cup talks to you. So then you go back to your base and you give it to the statue that looks like a goddess, and she turns it back into the people, and they are like, oh my God, I'm your friend now, and I can be part of your party. And you have two other people in your party, and you know, they have each different skills and stats. So you can cut down trees, you fish, you farm, you mine, all the cozy things. It's like Animal Crossing on cocaine. It's way better than Animal Crossing. It's nice, cozy. You can progress in the story, beeline it as hard as you want, or you can do all the fetch questy bullshit for all these people and upgrade all your stats and stuff in order to move forward. So it's very nice. It's definitely not a Pam game. It's definitely not a Pam art style, but it was cozy and I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's nice.
I needed something cozy, and it just like the loop was really nice. Especially, I'm in a funk after Expedition 33. I'm playing a couple other games. Like I'm playing Suikoden. I started Final Fantasy IV because my friend Yahel, my Trek bestie, is playing Final Fantasy IV, and I'm like, I'm gonna play it at the same time so I can tell you what to do. And yeah, I love Final Fantasy IV. And then I start playing it and I go, oh my God, this is like it's been a long time since I played it and I went, whoa, okay. Here we go. Thank God it's the Pixel remaster and I can fast forward bullshit.
Oh.
But anywho, it was a lovely game. I liked it.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is it co-op? Or is
It can be co-op. It's limited co-op, which kind of sucks. So you can co-op, like I've been bugging my sister because she's played like 50 hours. I'm at 30. And of course she's going to be like a higher level than me because she's crazy. You can co-op specific like little areas, but not the whole game. So I can't progress the story with co-op.
Right.
But I can level up all my bullshit with the co-op, which is actually really nice because it's very helpful. Because your party, whenever you're just like you by yourself, you'll be like, I'm going to cut down a tree. And they're fucking hopeless over here. Just like tooling around, doing bullshit. I'm like, I know if somebody in the team also cuts down trees, they can come help me. But they're also fucking bullshit whenever they come help me. I'm like, I need somebody who actually can actually cut down this fucking tree. Sister, come help me. Johnny, come help me. So yeah, little co-ops. I wish. What else have you been playing, Pam? This sounds like Oregon Trail, but with guts and awful.
Basically, yes. So Dylan and I have been going through our Steam backlogs. So one of the games that we checked out just yesterday, I guess, is Oregon Trail, which is a take on the Oregon Trail, except it's with zombies. It's a very sort of simple, like low res pixel art. It's also reminded me a lot of the Death Road to Canada that we played a little bit of while you were here, except like again a much simpler version of that. So you basically have your party. So first of all, this game said it had co-op, and we never ever figured out how to do any co-op, so we just took turns. But you're in a car, you're going from Washington, D.C. to somewhere on the West Coast where apparently it's safe. You get a party full of characters, so we named all of them after all of our podcast co-hosts. So you were there, and Mook was there, and Travis was there.
Did I die?
You died.
Oh, come on!
You got bit by a zombie, and we had to put you down.
You put me down? Oh,
yes.
Damn. I hope it was fast and quick. Jesus.
You went into the bushes to have a pee and you got bit by a zombie.
I couldn't even go pee without getting bit. God damn it.
I mean, everyone was honestly a wreck. Like, we're not even 5 minutes out of DC, and it's like, Mook has broken a rib. It's like, we're in the fucking car. How did you break a rib?
Oh my God. I got punched in the rib. Petey, stop punching me.
Yeah. So you basically drive along. You have to manage your fuel, your food. You've got scrap to repair your car. You have to have like batteries for your car and mufflers if you want to stealth around zombies. And I think there's a couple other things, your med kits. And then every, few hundred miles you come to a settlement where you can maybe take jobs for resources or do trades with people, maybe get upgrades for your car. The actual action scenes when you're scavenging or doing a job, it's very strange controls. Like, you basically you'll be in the middle of the screen and a zombie will be coming and you have to kind of click on or put your cursor on the zombie and then sort of pull back from it to aim the right way. So it feels like opposite aiming than what it would be. So that took a little getting used to, but Dylan was very good at the scavenging missions, and we were pretty confident. We were going pretty far. We got, I think, all the way to Las Vegas, or maybe even a little further, and we were so confident, but then everyone just started, this person has cholera, this person has dysentery, this person's dying. So who else? Did Mook die? Oh, he's not listening to me. I think one other person died. And then I died, which ended the game because I was the driver. So.
How did you die?
Just by getting hit during scavenging missions.
So at least you died for a good thing instead of just peeing in the bushes like me.
Yeah, it was strange because, I mean, in Death Road to Canada, like, all of your people would come and help you on the scavenging missions, whereas with this game, there was only ever one person doing any of the action. So after a certain point, I was like, what do I even have these other 4 people in my car for? They're just eating my food. Like, why? Why are they
get
here?
the fuck out. You're just a waste of space here. Stop wasting your resources, bitch. Come on, contribute.
Yeah. At one point, we went into a hospital and found a human baby whose like zombie parents were trying to eat it, and we took the baby. Apparently, just took it with us, and then we never heard about it again.
Oh, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. But that was fun. It was like, you know, a little, I don't think I'd play it again because we played it for the entire stream. We played it for probably 2.5 hours and then we died. Fun. And I was like, oh, I would have liked to have beat it, but I'm probably not going to put another 3 hours into it to get that beat. No.
You beat it.
Yeah.
Did Michelle die? Yes, it's fine, but you know what? It's fine. When I played, what was it, XCOM on the PlayStation, I killed you not only once, but twice. So,
oh, wow.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. What's the last game you played, Pam?
The last one is a game called 10 Bells. And it's basically like that Exit 8 game we played.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of those anomaly spotting games, except you're in what looks like a British pub. There's way more stuff to look at than, you know, a subway tunnel. Like so much art on the walls and things. So at first it was like, okay, like there's so much stuff to pay attention to. But then most of the anomalies ended up being like, there's blood on this painting, or a ghost has burst through the door and has now killed you. Like,
okay.
so yeah,
obvious.
They're kind of like, yeah. So they're sort of like jump scary kind of anomalies a lot of the time. And yeah, the game was like, you know, whatever. I feel like, you know, Exit 8 was neat. It was a cool concept once. And anything after that, it's like, probably don't need more of this.
And now everybody's going to tack onto it. Aren't they making a movie about Exit 8? I feel like they are.
I think so.
How can you make a movie out of this? It was like a 10-minute loop if you actually knew what you were doing at the most.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, wild. Right. So 10 Bells, meh.
Like, if you've never played one of those games, then, you know, maybe all right, but, like...
Yeah. Now that they're everywhere, because everybody's banking in on it. Brutal.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's all the games we played. Look at us. Moving and grooving. Do you have any pickups, Pam? I do have from Too Many Games, which I will show you. Okay.
I have no pickups.
2 seconds.
All right.
So at Too Many Games, you got to get the con merch. My friend got me this because it's cute. It's a cat. It's a little Neko. It's cute. So this is, I just realized it's like a little like USB cord.
Oh, a USB.
It's cute. Look at his little tush. Anyway, so this is my little Neko cat. It's very cute. From Too Many Games merch. My favorite pin, I have like a fuck ton of pins. Because I love putting pins on my car because I'm like a 12-year-old girl. I got some Canvas Quest pins. So I got Tella and I got Kefka, which is like super cute. Super cute. Love Canvas Quest. Also from Canvas Quest, I got Chrono Trigger Scene. So Magus is actually a pin, which is cute. Oh. I have a couple of them. Like I have a Curse of Monkey Island, Final Fantasy one, as well as a, what is that, Dragon View one. But my two fun ones, not that these aren't fun because I love them. This was $5. This is a video game. This is Star Trek Voyager. And if I move it slightly, it's a holographic image on the front.
Yeah, I can see that.
So it actually, like, it just was better in person. But like the Voyager moves. And apparently this is not even a game. This is like stuff for like a screensaver and like stuff for your desktop to make it so it looks like utility. So you can have like, I don't know, like 25 full screen wallpaper images, serial number limited edition, you know, that kind of bullshit. Attaches over 80 audio clips to Windows system functions. So if I click like a Windows system thing, again, this is like Windows 95, it'll play Star Trek Voyager noises. It was $5. I was like, this cardboard here makes it worth it for me for display. I don't care. It's
nice
$5.
piece, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So that's stupid and I love it. My big item is, I'm going to take it out of this little plastic thing as I talk about it. We both have played Guardian Legend. Yes, it's a great NES game. Fucking, awesome. I think it's my favorite NES game. So when you look at the US version, which I'll put somewhere on the screen, hot
but ugly.
Fucking
but
garbage.
Ugly.
What?
Yeah.
Who designed this? Hot garbage.
I don't know.
Pam's actual Discord image is this image.
Yeah.
So I got
favorite game art.
Yes.
This is so much better. Even like the Europe version is like bad.
Yes, this is the
this
version.
This is so cool. Yeah.
This is so cool. So this also comes with inside. This is actually not too bad. The box is pretty. This box is pretty good. The creases are a little, but whatever. I'm not mad at it because more. Look at that. And I love this. It has somebody wrote notes in Japanese.
Nice.
It's so cute. I love that. And the guy was like, it has notes written on it. I'm like, but it's in Japanese. That's fucking cute.
Yeah.
I love this. So this is a felt picture in it. And it's just like a little mappy thing. I don't know. What is this? Zone image, dungeon corridor, Naju, the labyrinth. Like it's kind of like a map.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to have this framed. Oh, don't drop anything. Anyways, probably have this framed. Famicom games tend to have like really fun colors. This is not a fun color. It's just kind of, but still, more Giger. More fucking Giger art. We love it. I fucking love it. Did I spend too much on it? You don't even want to know, Pam. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But this was one. Whenever I played it and I saw the box art, I said, yeah, I'm going to get it. Someday I'm going to get it. And I sure did. And I love the people who I got it from because they have nothing but Japanese Famicom and Super Famicom stuff, but mostly just Japanese imports. Really super nice people, and they remember me every time. Love them. So yeah. I can't close that right. Anywho, that's what I picked up from Too Many Games.
Awesome.
Fun times. Besides maybe a present for Pam that'll have to wait till later, but that's fine. I feel like I have to do this every year now, because last year I got you for your birthday Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight controller. Yeah.
So I was like, I have to find something for Pam. Sure enough. Why is this difficult? God, why can't we put anything in anything? Oh my
I hate when
God.
it's hard to pack things in. The worst is when you take a vinyl out and then it's like, why doesn't the sleeve go back in here? Like,
why? I don't understand. It's just like this little packaging thing. Why won't you fit? I don't want to be a struggle bus with you, you fucking asshole. Like, can you just close? Like, just nice? Like a nice little person? Anywho, as I'm doing this, that's a podcast. We're going to be live in our next one, so that's going to be super exciting. We love live, not live. We're going to be in person.
In person, yes.
We love that.
I'm excited for that.
I know, me too. I'm going to bring so many cords.
Yeah. I'm going to drive so I can bring whatever as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great time. I did it! I think I got
it. Yeah.
Yay! Anywho. If you like what you heard, thank you for listening. If you like what you heard here, leave us a comment and tell us what you think about cons, Too Many Games, about pickly cocktails, about Guardian Legend, and
about smelly nerds.
Smelly nerds. What is your take on con smelliness? because I have, experience from it, Pam and I both. And honestly, yeah, it can be quite traumatic sometimes. And, it's a real thing. Real thing. I don't know. You know what else is really gross? I'm just bringing stuff now. Anytime I see like a friend, and we're all nerds, but whatever, we just they'd be like, "Hey, Michelle," like give you a last side hug, whatever, and then you're like,
and just their armpits are on you,
on your shoulder, and you're like, oh. God, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my God, like they're like the little side hug. I'm like, oh. Anywho. Thoughts and feels about that.
If you like what you heard here and you want to check out some more great podcasts, you can check out polymedianetwork.com for a variety of podcasts on games, on movies, on books, all kinds of topics.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Movies, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we talk about movies the most, probably because it's easier to consume versus games.
We
had 2 drinks.
We do, yeah. Also, I was on 2 of them. I was on the Split Up podcast earlier this month.
Jurassic Park!
Talking about horror games.
Oh,
and
that too.
Or horror movies, not games. And then also on Uncle Doug's DVD bin, which I keep telling people, but I don't think it's actually out for the public, but it'll be out soon. It'll be out in a couple days.
It'll be out
Talking about Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
About Jurassic. I started listening to that because obviously I'm a Patreon member. I was listening early, so I've listened to half of the episode. But yeah, Pam's favorite movie of all time. And we're going to watch my favorite movie of all time after this.
And we can talk about it next time.
When we're in person, drinking something. Who knows? But
yes.
Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Hiccups. Bye-bye.